Okay, so here we go to turn out the interior. You can see the 12-inch dead center that I have in my tailstock, giving me additional support. And like I say, you can't buy these. You just have to. You could go to a machine shop and have it made up for you. I'm running about. I'm pretty well balanced actually, so I'm running about 683 RPM right now. So I have a 2-inch hole that I drilled in there with a Forstner bit, and so that's kind of giving me a spot to stop and then check my clearances and see how much room I have at the bottom of the bowl, and then I'll carry on from there. Okay, I'm going to change my tool rest, give me a little more clearance, better tool support. Okay, I'm getting a lot of shavings. So the exterior of the bowl, looking at how the bark is attached to the heartwood, it looks pretty good. Sometimes if I'm worried about the bark coming off, I'll go ahead and run a bead of super glue around to adhere the bark. It's nice when you're doing these bowls to try and finish them in 1 or 2 sessions. And if you do go 2 sessions, you should put the bowl in a plastic bag, and that'll minimize the warping and distortion. So when you put it on the next day, it'll be a minimum to clean it up. This is a tool that I purchased from Sirius Tool Corporation, and what I like about it is it's nice aluminum handles, and then when you buy them, you get both ends. So all you have to do is take it and reverse it, and you got a brand new tip to continue. I have no affiliation with Sirius Tools at all, so I'm not gaining anything by mentioning their name. You're probably aware, as I turn this, I'm actually watching over here. I'm not watching where the tool is. I'm watching over here to see how big a cut it is and how the cut's progressing. Okay. I think I'm going to go to a different rest, maybe a little longer, to the rest that came with it, which is probably not a bad idea. maybe you can see that I'm a little thinner out toward the tip of the bark than I am down a little lower. So that means that as I go in, I need to so that the bark will be even all the way around, I need to stay in a little longer and not cut in so quick, and so that it'll even out the thickness of the bark. Also, I see that I think it would be advantageous for me to run a bead of super glue around there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this is the thin super glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and go around this. Dries so quick. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off and let that cure, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back, and that glue has set up. Now, if you leave your bowl, let's say you're going to stop and have dinner or something, so you're going to be gone for an hour or two, then and you want to leave it on the lathe, then you should go ahead and get a plastic bag and wrap the bowl up, and that'll prevent all the moisture from going out of it too rapidly and getting cracks in the bowl. I personally have a vacuum attachment hooked onto the spindle of my lathe, and so when I'm not using the vacuum to hold the bowl on, I put a cork in it, and so that would seal it so you wouldn't lose moisture through the shaft. And yeah, and so we'll go ahead and finish turning this and clean out the inside some more. And like I say, I will concentrate on going in straight in here longer, so that I get equal thickness of my natural edge. Okay, so let's see how that's working out. So actually much better here. The bark thickness is pretty uniform, and so I can concentrate now more on the depth, and then I'll determine how thin I want that bark to be as the bowl develops. As you're cutting a bowl, if you're going to go real deep and you're going to go thin, then you would want to complete the natural edge before you take a lot of the strength and material out of the rest of the heart of the bowl. This is giving strength to the rim, so if I want to finish up my rim real thin, then I would want to do that before I remove out more of the interior support. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reposition the tool rest, and maybe I can put that other one on there now. So in a perfect world, we would want our thickness to be uniform throughout. So I start getting thicker about here. So if I'm going to keep that thickness of the rim, and I haven't decided that yet. Okay, I think I'm going to go a little narrower. Okay. Alright, I like that better. I'm going to go ahead and turn this to a new cutter again. I'm going to check how thick, how much room I have there. And I have all kinds of room. Okay, so I've turned out the inside of the bowl, and I'm getting ready to remove the external foot because it's already served its purpose. The hard part of the turning is over. I don't need that extra support now. So I'm going to be turning it with the internal foot that I've cut here, which is like a 2-inch cut with a 2-inch Foster bit, about a 1/2 inch deep. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gain a little extra support because I have minimal support here. And there is a this goes in my tailstock, and it comes with a jet lathe. And one thing you can do with this is just take off the cone, and then you can make your own. And you can put different ones on here, like this one. You could put on here and put for a ball if you wanted to put the ball in there for support. In fact, maybe I'll do that. And so we'll put that one on there. So you can turn different shapes of cones, and then you've got a live center, and that will support the ball. And I'll put that in here, and it'll give me extra support for my bowl. Okay, so I'm going to remove the foot. I don't want that on here as part of the shape for the bowl. So I'm going to take that off. Okay, I don't think you can see, so I'm going to reposition the camera. I'm going to shut it off and then reposition it. Okay, I repositioned the camera and we'll go for it again. So I'm just using a scraper to remove this foot. Okay, so I think that's going to be the final shape of the bowl. So we've got the outside turned out and the inside turned out, and now I'm ready to do some work on the foot, and then it'll be ready for sanding and finishing. So I think I'll go ahead and cover some of that today, and I want to show you a couple of neat accessories, and one would be this, it's called a center finder adapter, and it's made by One Way, and you can get that from Woodcraft and other sources. But anyway, so once you, with your chuck attached to your bowl, and you can do this like without rechucking it. Once you take it off, working with it this way, you can just unscrew it and turn it around and screw in the center finder adapter. Basically what I did, this is a piece of PVC pipe, and I just glued it into a piece of wood and threaded it so I took my spindle and put an O-ring on the back side. I used a air conditioning vacuum pump for my source, and then I went through a old refrigerant container just for a reservoir, so it would, in case of a power failure, you wouldn't lose vacuum immediately. Okay, so anyway, what this is going to do is just have your bowl centered so that when you line it up with your vacuum chuck, everything will be in alignment. So I'm going to put that on there, and then I'll move it around a little bit. Make sure that it's seated properly. Okay, and so now I'm going to go ahead and start my vacuum pump. I ran it through a set of air conditioning gauges so that I can look and see how much vacuum I'm pulling. I'm going to see if I'm hooked on here yet. Okay, so it's gaining. I'm pulling about 15 inches of vacuum now. So I'm going to remove this now because it's already done its job. So this tool is a just a piece of square stock that I had on hand, and I filed it down a little bit to clean it up, and I made the handle. And this is just a tool that I bought, a round carbide cutter that I bought off the internet. And so I just drilled a hole and threaded it to that screw size and attached that to it, and it works very well. Up about 500 RPM. I'm going to lower my rest a little bit. This particular tool, I bought it with a replacement tip from Easy Finisher. It's the small one, and I like the one from Easy Finisher because it's flat on top, and I can actually sharpen those with a diamond sharpener myself. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just remove the tailstock assembly, get it out of the way, and go ahead and finish off the center portion here.